I'd like to testify to exalt the name of the Lord. A long time ago, about 10 years ago or 11 years ago, I started going to the church in the Dominican Republic, and very quickly the Lord prospered me. The Lord blessed me a lot materially. And as time went on, I strayed from the church, and it was to the point where I stopped going to the church altogether. I acquired a lot of businesses in the Dominican Republic. I was doing well financially. I said to myself, when did I acquire all of this money? I started drinking and partying on the streets, but I had forgotten about the Lord. 3 or 4 years went by, and then suddenly I started having dreams. I had a luxury vehicle at the time, and I dreamt that the vehicle was stolen. In the same dream, I went and bought another one, and it was stolen as well. And I started waking up afraid each day. Then suddenly, things began to go badly for me. All of the material possessions that I had started to break. I was mugged. I had a lot of money stolen from me. Clothing from my businesses was stolen. A lot of things were taken. Everything was happening, and I didn't understand it because I would go back and then recover money, and then suddenly I started losing money again. So I sold my luxury vehicle. I lost money. In a very short amount of time, I was left with nothing and all alone. I was very sad, so I began to cry. I wanted to take my own life. And then I remember that one day I called my wife, who was here in Spain, and she said to me, well, she wasn't my wife at that time. We were separated, and she said, I was waiting for this call, and the day has come. So I began to tell her about all the things that had happened over the years. And she began to pray and ask the Lord to help me. That day, that very same day, at night, when I went to sleep, I had nightmares. There were spirits tapping on the windows of my home. I couldn't sleep, so I called my wife. Then when I did go to sleep, I remember that in the dream that I had, I saw the place where I live now, here in Barcelona. I was running. It was raining very, very hard, and I got lost in the area. I was going in circles around the block, and I made it to the place where I live now because I could hear choruses coming from upstairs. On the 8th floor, I could hear choruses by Sister Maria Luisa, and I said, this is where I live. So the Lord brought me. He fulfilled his word. In a month, I was here. The Lord gave me legal documents. Also, after I arrived, I prayed to the Lord, and the Lord told me that everything he took from me, he had allowed, and that he was going to give me even more. And very quickly, the Lord, out of nowhere, gave me a job where I work from home. I don't have a boss, and I'm able to go to the church. I testify to exalt the name of my Lord.
I want to testify for the honor and glory of our Heavenly Father that my son was diagnosed in the month of August of last year with a terrible invasive cancer from his ribs to his intimate parts. He was hospitalized. He was in intensive care for 3 consecutive months. Many organs of his digestive system were removed. His stomach was reduced to a third part. And the Lord in prophecy told me, do not worry, son. I will be healing that loved one because you will see him here serving me. And for the glory and honor of our Heavenly Father, I want to share with you, brothers and sisters, that today my son is in his apartment now completely recovered.